I saw reports that a missile was sent at oil refinery in Haifa and a mist. Went to the right, to the left, didn't hit the actual refinery, which was a great miracle. So we're seeing miracle after miracles, and then people ask, well, it wasn't a miracle for the elderly couple who were killed. It wasn't a miracle here or there. Well, how do we make order in our minds for what's taking place at this time? On the one hand, we're seeing incredible miracles, both in the losses that we're not having, that would be natural in a war like this, with the many missiles coming in, and the incredible success that Israel is having. For the first time in our history, the superpower over the world is fighting with us, seeing us in a respected way, as a respected fellow traveler in what is being done, unlike some other allies. It's huge. On the other hand, you're seeing all this, where's the miracle for the old 70-year-old couple who were killed by shrapnel and couldn't get to a safe space in time? Where's the miracle for all those people whose lives have been turned over, upside down? There's so much anti-Semitism that we're sensing and feeling in the world at large, from the left, from the right, from every angle. This guy coming out saying that Israel, the Jewish people and the Israel lobby took the United States into the war. It's certainly not going to be a helpful thing from what this person said, even though it's obviously garbage. So how do we kind of make order? And especially looking at what our purpose is. This Haftorah that we're going to read this week starts with a very powerful line. It's remarkable that it's a Haftorah that doesn't get moved much. In other words, there's some Haftorahs that are moved because of the time period it's in. It may be Pesach, or it may be something happening beforehand. But this Haftorah doesn't get moved. It starts with the line, Am zu yitzarti li tilasi yisaperu. I have created this nation for me, the Jewish people. Tilasi yisaperu, that will relate my praises. The very existence of the Jewish people is a praise to Hashem. We relate it as a story. His yisaperu, like we say, Sipur Yetzias Mitzrayim, the story of the Exodus from Egypt. We, the Jewish people, relate the story of Hashem's praises. How? Well, there's a story, Louis XIV, who was on his throne for 72 years. He asked Blaise Pascal, who was a great mathematician, and in later days dabbled in philosophy. And he asked him, you great philosopher, can you give me proof of the existence of God? And he says, my Lord, the Jewish people. Jewish people are Tehilasi Yisaperu. We are the proof to his existence. We relate his wonders. Our very existence is remarkable. It's miraculous. Our successes are remarkable. And that all relates to Hashem. And that's how we have to see this period of time. The negative. Let me tell you, when shares go up in the stock market, they don't go in a direct line. They go up and down, but the trend is upwards. If you look at the trend of history, if you look at the situation where we're in, where we were, say, on October 7th, wow, what a difference. What an amazing change. And indeed, so this is how we have to see things. I think sometimes maybe Hashem makes it confusing for us, so we don't see things clearly because it's going up and down, up and down. But the trend is going up in a most remarkable way. We're going towards Mashiach, there's no question. We're going towards redemption. This is what's taking place. If you would tell your own self 5 years ago where we are, you wouldn't believe it. You would say, that's miraculous, that's Mashiach. It's like I've said again and again. But it's so important to say it, because then the gas prices go up, or you maybe can't even get petrol. How could that be Mashiach? It's a little bit of a blip in the line going up towards incredible times. And maybe it's not even a blip. Maybe there's a reason that we don't understand right now, but we will get to understand it later. But there's no question the trajectory is Mashiach. Trajectory is the Jewish people relating the story of Hashem. Someone mentioned, taught us this week, we're going to sit down to the Seder in Pesach in less than 2 weeks. The miracle of the Jewish people sitting at the Seder is greater than the miracle even than the splitting of the sea. That 3,328 and 38 years later, 38 years later, we are sitting at a Seder with our families. That is the greatest miracle of the Jewish people. That is what praises Hashem more than anything. And it's in a big way because of all this suffering that we had throughout our history, that our very existence now is so wow. When we will say V'hi Shamda, we will say this is what stands for us, for the Jewish people, that it's not only one who wanted to destroy us, but every generation to come to destroy us. But we, Hashem, makes us survive. We say it and we mean it and we understand it, and that's what we tell our children. We tell our children, you know what we're doing here? What are we sitting at the Seder for? We are praising Hashem for the survival, and not only survival, the positive growth of the Jewish people. It's remarkable. So remember this line of this week's Haftorah. This nation I have created for me to praise me. They will praise my name. Every one of us, every Jew has to praise Hashem's name. And the world wants to hear what we have to say. We're going to be rolling out a course called For All Mankind, for all humankind. We are a light unto the nations. They want to know why and what we have to give them. Come and learn what it is that we have that is the light that the nations want to hear, because that is the praise of Hashem. Shabbos.